Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be doing a kind of fall look, I would say. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Heat palette. Now with this palette we are going to kind of smoke it out but still have all those nice browns and I guess you could say like burnt burgundy colors. These are the colors that I've really been drawn to lately, and I think they work very well for this time of year, to have that kind of bronze and browns and stuff like that in your eye look. So we're going to start off with right now completely barefaced. As you can tell, don't even have my eyebrows on, so I'm going to go over pretty much doing everything. Now I've already moisturized and to do my eyebrows yet because I just feel like it makes it harder to put my makeup on around it. So we are going to go ahead and we are going to start out with the primers. Now I do use two primers. I'm using the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Complexion primer and also the Smashbox Photo Finish Iconic Primer Stick. So what I'll do first is I'm going to put the Optical Illusion primer on, and then I go back with the other primer for my troublesome areas that tend to be a little bit more on the oily side, which is usually my cheeks and my forehead. Alright, and now I'm going to go over those oily spots here real quick to make sure that I don't get too shiny, and just kind of blend that in with the rest of the primer. Alright, and for foundation today I will be using my Urban Decay Naked Skin. I am in the shade 6.0. Now this is a very liquidy foundation. Doesn't take a whole lot to get it everywhere, and I just like that it's still very close to not having a whole lot of makeup on. Probably hence the name Naked Skin. Alright. And for concealer, I will be using the Tarte Shape Tape. I use the color Light Medium Honey. That way it still helps with brightening up under the eyes, but it's not that far away from my actual skin color. And see, and what I like to do is, after putting the concealer on, going back with the foundation brush just to make sure that those edges between the two blend out good. Alright, and now I am going to put some banana powder underneath the eyes there to also help, but I'm using the Pierre banana setting powder just to put under the eyes to help with setting that foundation. I'm using my Pro Precision tapered brush from Luxie. It's a 640. The majority of the brushes that I will use are going to be Luxie brand. I really like that brand a lot when it comes to brushes. I really just want to use that in the areas where I had put the concealer. Go ahead, and at this point I can go ahead and I do my eyebrows now once I've gotten the majority of the face makeup on around where my eyebrows are. And I will be using the I cannot speak today. I will be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow Pomade in Ebony. Alright, so now that I have the eyebrows done, we're going to go ahead and we're going to prime the lid. I am using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, sorry. And this is just the original one. This is a small size. I think it came with something I bought, and I can't remember what. I think it was a palette. Not 100% sure on that though, but it is really great. I do have some full size ones as well. I just try and use up the travel size ones first before getting into the full size primers. Alright, now that I've got that on, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be using the second color in this palette right here called Chaser, since it's close to my actual skin color, so that it'll not take away from the look we're going for today. And the brush I'm using is the Royal and Langnickel Precision Angle. This is a really good brush for just putting all over the lid since it's very large, and I enjoy using that one a lot. Now we're going to go to my Luxie 205 Tapered Blending, and what we're going to do is we're going to first start out with this next color in the line here called Solstice, and then to the next one there called Low Blow, and that we're just going to use this in the crease to start darkening it. Now this first color, Solstice, we are going to bring this quite high to the brow bone because we want that one to show through, and then we will go lower with each of the darkening colors. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead into that Low Blow with the same tapered blending brush here, and we're going to go a little bit lower with this one in our crease, and this is just to give it more definition. Alright, once you've got that one, we're going to go ahead and back with Chaser using the same tapered brush, because all we're going to do is we want to kind of put this up towards the brow bone and help blend that out a little bit. Want to make sure everything is well blended there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use, let's see here, we're going to use Cayenne, which is, yep, this one right here. This is a little bit deeper in color, but still not too dark yet, because like I said, we are going to definitely darken it up more. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to use my 229 taper blending. Now this one is just a little bit thinner or smaller size on the tapering than my other brush that we have been using. As you can see there, the size difference between them. This is just going to help us with defining that crease. Now you want to first start off with just kind of stamping it in right there at the outer corner, and then bring it in, because we really want to darken up that outer V there. Go back into our larger blending there. I'm not going to put anything on it. We just want to make sure everything gets good and blended out. Alright, now we are going to go into our smaller tapered, well, this is the small tapered blending, the 231. It's a lot smaller in size. And this time what I want to do is, because we're going to start bringing in these really deep colors here, I want to bring in, we're going to use a little bit of Fuego and Ashes. So these two colors right here are going to be the two that I'm going to mix together to really deepen this look up a little. And why I want to mix them is because one is very more red burgundy, whereas the other is a more purpley burgundy, and I think that will look really nice. And again, we'll just stamp this right here on the outer V first, because that's where we really want that color to show more at. And then you can lightly drag it out, or in, I should say. Alright, so let's see here. And what I want to do is, because we're going to, right now we're still a little, pretty much all matte, so we're going to want to bring in another kind of shimmery color that will help with the, not so much brighten up the look, but just kind of bring the colors all together. But we're still going to go pretty dark, so we're going to use this last shade here, Ember, and we're going to put that all over the lid. And I'm using my Luxie 207 medium angled shading brush. Right, what we'll do, go back to that original blending brush, again not putting any product on it, just using it to help blend out the edges there. Alright, so now what we're going to do, go back into that small taper blending. We're going to take Low Blow first, and we're going to really smoke out that bottom lash line with it. Alright, and then I'm going to take my Crown Pro C513 brush here. This is a very kind of small, dense, almost like pencil brush to help with the lower lash line. What we're going to do is we're going to take Cayenne first. We're going to bring this a little bit closer to the lash line than we did with the other color there. And we really just want to kind of make it match up with what we had on the top. So now I'm going to go in with In Fuego and Ashes, kind of blend those two together. Alright, I'm going to bring in my smudger from Skull. This is an extremely tiny one, and I'm only going to use just the color Ashes, which is that really dark kind of purple color there. Very, very close to the lash line. And only on the outer part of it. We'll bring some of that up to the top V there. And this is really going to bring the lower lash line and the top lid together. Go ahead and do this on the other side now. Right, let's see here. What I'll do is I'm actually going to use the brush that comes with the palette, because I want to put a little bit of color right there in my corner. So we're going to be using the L'Ombre color, which is this one right here. Kind of a pinky shimmery color. I think that will help with giving a little bit of brightness to the inner corner there. But not too much, because like I said, this is a smoky look that we're going for. I'm going to put a little bit of that ounce into it, just right at the tip there. Alright, so now what we will do is we will continue on with the face before we go in with our eyeliner and mascara. So I will be using the Wet n Wild Megaglo Contour Palette in Caramel Toffee. This works very good. And again, it does have a kind of a banana looking color in there that we will just brush right under. Make sure we don't have any fallout from the eyeshadows. Oh, and I was using the Pro Precision Tapered 640 brush for that. Now I'm going to go in with my Royal and Langnickel Mata Pro. This is the pointed blush brush, but I actually use this for contouring. I'm going to bring it down on the neck to help blend everything out. Really helps bronze the face up a little there. Alright, and for blush, I am using the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour blush in Parte. I tend to navigate towards this blush a lot. I really like the color tone to it. For that I am using the Luxie 514 blush brush. And let's see here, for highlighter I will be using the Sleek Makeup highlighting palette in Solstice. So I will be using the peach color here. I really like the look of it. And for that I will be using my Luxie 660 Precision Foundation brush, and as you can tell, I don't always go by what they say the brush is for, because sometimes I find they work better for other things instead. I'm actually going to use some of this pink cream one here for the Cupid's bow. And a little on the nose there. And as you can see, that really comes out nicely for the lips. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead, put on my eyeliner, which we're going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This is my go-to eyeliner. And because my eyelids are slightly hooded, I do a very small line through here, and instead of bringing my wing up to kind of point towards the end of my eyebrow there, I actually bring it out to the where the top of my earlobe is, or yeah, ear. So that way it kind of makes it to where it doesn't look like it's curving up when my eyes are opened. Alright, and what I'm going to do is for my waterline, because I kind of want to bring in and make those darker colors that I use to kind of show a little more, I'm going to be using the NYX Faux Blacks. This is in the color Ox Blood. It's kind of a dark burgundy color. Now you don't have to use this color. You can actually just use like a nude color to brighten up, or even use a black. I just wanted to kind of bring it all together there a little more with those colors. Okay, I'm gonna slightly tight line with this as well. Alright, and for mascara, I am using the Medusa's Makeup Witch Lashes in black. I really like this, simply for the very flexible wand that it has. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and set this look before we put on the lipstick. I'll be using the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. Just make sure you shake it up real good because of the glitters in it. And to tie up this look, I am going to be using the Lime Crime liquid lipstick in Bloodmoon, or Velvetine lipstick I should say. Bloodmoon. I really like this color. It's very deep, kind of burgundy. Alright, so this is the final look. Go ahead and zoom in so you can see the eyes. How it all came together. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, and you can hit the little notification bell so that way you are notified the next time that I upload. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.